In today's live streaming video, I'm going to be discussing some news that affects us as resellers. Every Wednesday, I have a live stream at 7 p.m., and I normally have another reseller that I interview. Today, like I said, today I will have a news show, and I'll also open up the chat if anyone wants to join me during the show, wants to get through the news, and we'll discuss some reselling topics that are affecting us. So that's where we are today. So again, guys, if anyone has any resellers or yourself that want to join me during the week on Wednesdays, it would be greatly appreciated. Today, you're lucky you're stuck with me. So anyway, if you're a reseller or you're interested in reselling, then you are in the right place. Just going to pop in the chat, say hello to a few people, and then we shall get started. Lisa, I apologize for the posting. I corrected it. Thank you for the heads up. It's been one of those weeks, so it's kind of like anything that could go wrong went wrong. But anyway, I'm here at 7 o'clock. Mike, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully Randy will be joining us shortly, my moderator, and we'll be good to go. I did message Randy. So, Mike, I don't know if you have access to a computer. I don't believe I'm not sure if I made you a moderator or not. I will make you a moderator just if anything goes kaflooey, if you can take care of that for me. I'm going to make sure you are a moderator. Okay, so we're good to go then. Okay, so if anything unusual happens, Mike, if you can take care of it till Randy gets here, I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, so we shall get started with the new segment of the show. And again, these are things I tell you guys, I try to keep up to date on what's going on with the reselling world. I follow some reselling newsletters. I try to stay somewhat active in the groups. You don't want to get caught up in that Facebook vortex or whatever, but I try to keep updated, and I watch some other resellers videos and try to keep up to snuff, so to speak, on what's going on in the reselling world, and I try to pass along to you guys, and hopefully you can use that in your business. So anyway, my first story is eBay works on mending new listings tool but hits a snag. Sellers have pleaded for weeks for eBay to fix its new listing tool foisted upon them last month, and last week they reported signs of improvement in the tool. But last week's update also seems to have resulted in a glitch impacting sellers listing books and music involving ISBN and UPC codes and item specifics. For booksellers, it's no small problem. Sellers reported it's on the eBay boards and to e-commerce newsletters, and also was confirmed by third-party developer and active eBay discussion board poster, ShipScript. eBay has been working on the tool for a long time, but last month, many sellers said it became mandatory for them to use it. I did speak about this before, guys, about how eBay was instituting the new listing format, and that it was kind of like a soft opening, and then eventually they're going to make everyone use it. Well, obviously they made everyone use it. One vocal critic of the listing tool praised eBay on Thursday for the changes that rolled out last week. I've been very vocal and critical of the new unified listing tool as it was released on a desktop, so I want to give credit where credit is due. They just updated the item-specific sections to more closely resemble the classic listing tool. More of the fields are actually right on the main page instead of those disruptive pop-up boxes. Instead, the see more prompts for everything are now small drop-down boxes that are simple to navigate. It makes the section so much easier to use as it's more typical of a computer design interface instead of mobile phone app. It is definitely a giant step in the right direction. We do not care if you want to change the style of the box to make it look more modern, around the corners instead of gray square boxes, etc. But the listing tool must work and function as efficiently as the classic and be optimized to give us a superior desktop experience. The seller went on to say that eBay has reached out and invited them into Zoom meetings with 7 of eBay's design team members. Seller accepted and walked the employees through the problems with the new listing tool. Seller also said he was quick to point out that eBay's job was not done. The shipping section needs to redesign next. It has far too many complicated submenus and toggles and hidden features to be effective. When you get it closer to the classic and more like the redesigned item specifics and move most, if not all, the editable fields on the main screen, we will have a working listing tool that could be further tweaked and refined without as much urgency. Other sellers were not so pleased with last week's changes, reporting the new page jumping issues, annoying pop-up windows. I'm curious, guys, what your experience has been with the new listing tool. Let me know in the chat, and if you are watching the replay, in the comment section of the video. So anyway, guys, as you know, those of that list, obviously on eBay, there were some issues with the listing tool, and like anything, I sometimes call eBay glitch bay. So but apparently there has been some improvements, and they are taking feedback from sellers. So I'm just curious how you guys have done with the new listing tool, what your experience has been. I don't know if Randy has joined us in the chat yet, but I know Randy says he's had a lot of glitches, and it's been a little cumbersome, so to speak. So anyway, I wanted to say hello to Michelle and to Greg for joining, and also Crystal. Appreciate you guys popping in. So guys, today I'm writing solo, so to speak. So I'm just going to go over some news things and a couple topics I want to throw out to the chat to discuss. So if any of you are interested, I know I didn't really prepare you guys to pop in, on StreamYard. But if any are interested in popping in after I go through a few of these news articles, you're more than welcome. And I'll pop the StreamYard link in the chat. And most of you already know how to use StreamYard, so we'll go from there. So anyway, let me get to the second article, and we'll move right along, guys. eBay expands seller protection for damaged returns. This could be a good thing. eBay expanded its protection policy to more sellers in cases where they receive damaged returns. Sellers with above standard selling ratings or higher will now be able to refund up to 50% of the value of the item for used or damaged return, eBay announced on the Canadian Seller Announcement Board June 1st. eBay linked to the policy page on its Canadian website, but that section is identical to the one on the U.S. site. It isn't clear when the policy became available to above standard sellers in the U.S. Here's what the policy page says on the U.S. website. Note it applies to sellers who offer free returns. Again, you have to offer free returns. An item is returned after it was used or damaged by the buyer. Sellers who offer free returns and who are not below standard are eligible for this protection. You can deduct up to 50% from the refund to recover the lost value of the item. We will take care of any issues directly with the buyer for you, including removing any negative and neutral feedback, defects, and open cases and service metrics. If we are asked to step in and help, you will no longer be able to issue a partial refund to the buyer. Learn more about refunding the buyer. eBay began offering this protection for top-rated sellers in the U.S. as part of the 2019, fall seller update. Have any of you guys been watching today live or watching a replay that had any damage returns this month, and what has been your experience? Again, guys, I don't offer free returns. I am above standard, but again, I don't offer free returns. I do, obviously we know with eBay, there are free returns, so to speak. But Crystal needs a wrench. All right, I didn't realize Crystal didn't have a wrench. She should have a wrench. Thanks, Greg, for the heads up. I'm shirking my responsibility. Let me make Crystal a wrench. As a moderator, you should be wrenched, young lady. Thank you. Thanks for heads up, Greg. All right, guys. So anyway, so I guess that's a good thing. But again, I do not offer free returns. For those of you that did watch Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, last week, Casey does offer free returns. And again, guys, if you haven't watched the show with Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, I would appreciate it if you did. A lot of good information. Tommy, welcome to the show. Let's see. In U.S., you don't have to do free returns, deduct 50%. Just did a couple days ago. Okay. I wasn't aware of that because, like I said, I don't offer free returns. So if I had an issue with a return that was damaged or in not like new condition, so to speak, I would contact eBay. And then I haven't had a lot of returns, and usually it's I call it like a fugazi INAD, especially on clothing. Somebody will say, "Oh, this item's color is different," or this was damaged or that was damaged, and it really wasn't. That's just their way of working around the return policy. So anyway, so that's the story with that. And again, I have a few more articles I wanted to discuss, and I actually have an article about Walmart. Again, guys, I'll try to have Mike and Randy come on and discuss the Walmart.com platform. Again, I know most of us are on eBay, but again, there's opportunities with the Walmart.com. Apparently, they're a lot more seller friendly, so to speak, from what I'm hearing. You do probably have to have a Shopify account. Again, Mike would be able to speak to that better than I would. But again, Mike was busy taking care of some family business this week. So, like I said, I decided to just do a new show and then open up the chat. And again, guys, after I get through a few of these articles, I'll post the StreamYard link in the chat. So if any of you want to join me, you are more than welcome to pop on and just, like I tell you guys, I'm in Johnny's chat Cajun Roots reseller a lot, and it's just basically he talks a lot about YouTube, talks a lot about reselling. So I figured for those days where I don't have a guest, I'll just cover some news articles that affect us as resellers, and then again open up the chat and we can just discuss whatever's going on. I have a couple other topics I want to discuss after I get through these news articles. All right, guys. So that was that for that. Okay, here's an interesting article I saw that I found a lot of interest in. Should eBay automatically return fees for canceled orders? eBay sellers probably agree they should not have to pay fees for canceled orders, and for the most part, that's true. However, a seller said that eBay did not automatically refund their promoted listing ad fee when a buyer canceled the sale. He had to go get his back by chatting with eBay, the seller said. The policy page on eBay says it will refund promoted listings standard fees in cases where the buyer asked the seller to cancel the order, or when there was an issue with the buyer's shipping address, or when the item was out of stock or damaged. However, it does not say it will refund fees for promoted listing express for auction listings or promoted listings advance, the cost per click ads. There's a post from a member of eBay's promoted listing team in response to the seller who had a similar experience a few years ago. The eBay employee said eBay does not automatically credit promoting listing ad fees for returns and canceled items, but added some information about the timing of the credits that may be helpful to sellers who encounter similar situations. It says, I would encourage you to check the following month's invoice to see if the fee was indeed credited, according to this 2017 post. The conversation continued into 2019 until it was locked by the moderator. If you'd opted to run promoting listing ads, does eBay automatically credit you following the month or ever for canceled orders? Or do you have to call eBay to get credit? What about other fees eBay credits for canceled orders? If you don't advertise through eBay, the email from the seller serves as a reminder to check your invoices carefully, and that applies to all platforms, shipping carriers, and service providers you use. Again, guys, that is just good common sense information from this article. Basically, it's saying, be on top of your business, so to speak. Check your fees. It's kind of funny, I guess. It's just common sense. Like you want to check your credit card statements to see if there's any unusual charges, or if you return something or cancel something to see if you got that credit. So again, when you get your statement from eBay, it's good sense just to review the charges. And again, you can contact eBay if you have an issue. One thing that I am fortunate to have, I do have concierge service because I attended eBay Open a couple times, and that was one of the fringe benefits, so to speak, that they included. So I know some of you are fortunate enough to get U.S.-based customer service, but other times you don't. So again, concierge service is typically U.S.-based. I think it's 100%. I could be wrong. I don't want to misspeak. But every time I've called, I don't call frequently, but every time I have called, I've gotten U.S.-based customer service. So anyway, John, thanks for joining us, my friend. Appreciate it. You're here at work? Okay. I was going to actually message you, John, to find out what your schedule's like. Again, so like I said, I didn't have anybody scheduled this week, so I decided to do this news show and then open up the chat. So again, if you can, I'll message you to find out when you're available, when your schedule's changing. Again, I would love to have you on. I think you're a very talented reseller, and I see in Johnny's chat all the time. So I would love to have you on one week. So just give me an update as far as when you're changing shifts and you'll be available. I would appreciate that. Okay, guys. So again, that's just kind of common sense, and some of us fall out of practice of checking our statements, so to speak. But that's something we should probably do. While I'm thinking about it, again, because I tell you I have ADD and I forget sometimes, I write things down and I have a script, so to speak. But one thing I want to remind you was, again, the second quarter eBay store supply coupon is available. So if you have not used that, you have to the end of June to use that coupon. So it's January, February, March, April, May, June. You have till the end of the month to use your eBay supply coupon if you have a store. So again, I figured I would bring that up when I was discussing some of these news articles, just to remind you guys if you haven't used it already. Okay, so that was that article. Here's another interesting article I read, and I figured I would pass along to you. eBay sellers cheer expansion of repeat buyer feature. Online sellers were pleased when eBay introduced a feature that informed them on the orders page when a current buyer had previously purchased from them. This week's sellers applauded the move that made the information easier to find. A seller noted in a post on discussion boards that eBay had added the repeat buyer tag to the awaiting shipment page while also keeping it on the orders page. Woohoo, the seller said. I want to give eBay IT some credit for a change. A few months ago, when the repeat flag was added, I complained that they added on a screen that you rarely had to go to. I never went to the order screen unless there was something unusual I had to check. Well, guess what? Tonight it was not there earlier today. I now have a repeat buyer tag exactly where it should have been in the first place, right below the buyer's name on the awaiting shipment page. I am so happy. No more having to look in multiple places. Now, if they could only let me print a packing slip with one click instead of 3 from the awaiting shipment page and notify me with send offers when someone gets to the listing via promoted listing, I'll throw a party. Other sellers had also had earlier in the year that they'd like to see the repeat buyer tag in additional places. Where it would actually be handy is on the send offers options. Another seller wrote, giving an indication of how sellers might use the information, such as making offers or giving better deals to repeat buyers. Speaking of eBay's offer feature, the seller initiated offers feature is another change popular with sellers. So again, I think that is a good addition. Again, it helps if you know someone is repeat buyers, and I seem like I shout out Beth, the reseller robo, in almost every stream I do, but Beth is constantly adapting and changing her business, and one of the things she does is send out coupons. So again, guys, if you know someone who's a repeat buyer, maybe send them out a special offer or send them out a coupon if you're not already sending coupons. So that's something you guys might want to consider. Again, encourage that repeat business, so to speak. Get a little sip of water. I'm not used to having to talk the whole show by myself. For you that are going to live stream, remember to have some beverages handy so when you get dry mouth, you can still talk. Okay, guys. This is another one that I found kind of interesting. And again, it affects, probably most of us because we all pretty much sell electronics from time to time. USPS imposes new limits on used electronics. Due to an increase in incidents involving lithium batteries and other hazardous material, the USPS is limiting how shippers can send such items as requiring new labeling. It cited the urgency of the danger to personnel, property, passengers, and the public, and said it was implementing the requirements immediately. The interim final rule restricts the mail class that may be utilized when shipping pre-owned, damaged, or defective electronic devices containing or packaged with lithium batteries, such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, camera, power tools, etc., to USPS. Retail ground, parcel select, partial return service, or ground return service are required now, marking requirements for those mailings. In other words, items are limited to service that go by surface, not air. Again, so you can't ship anything with lithium batteries by air. The Postal Service further explained mailings covered by the new requirements include used items sent pursuant to e-commerce or private sales transactions, lost items being returned to the owner, and items sent for repair, replacement, upgrade, warranty service, diagnostics, recycling, or insurance claims. For clarity, pre-owned electronic devices exclude those that are in new, unopened manufacturer packaging. USPS also noted to ensure adequate visibility, the Postal Service will now require that packages containing pre-owned, damaged, and defective electronic devices containing or packaged with lithium batteries be marked restricted electronic device, surface transportation only, in addition to any other applicable markings. In addition, there are new requirements for separation of hazardous materials. So again, guys, we can't all be all places all the time, so to speak. So I did want to bring that up to you. So again, I was not aware of that till I read this in this article. I do not ship, like I have some remotes handy here. And I was actually going to bring up remotes in the chat a little bit later. But I do not ship batteries with any kind of my electronics. So again, so lithium batteries now are restricted, and they have to be, again, through USPS, they have to be transported by ground transportation. They can't include any kind of air service, so to speak. So again, I thought that was interesting. Again, I just want to pass it along to you if you are shipping anything with lithium batteries. Okay, we're rolling right through these article, guys. It's going to be a shorter show today. That's good or bad for you guys. But again, I will post in the chat. I will post a StreamYard link. So if any of you want to join me, we can pop in the chat and just have a little reselling discussion, just general reselling chat, so to speak, and maybe get caught up on what's going on in your business. You have any positive things, any negative things you want to talk about? I'll be more than happy to discuss them with you. This is for my friends Randy and Mike. And again, I guess Randy is preoccupied. I don't see him in the chat unless he's just lurking and he's not posting. But anyway, again, guys, I would love to have Randy and Mike come on and discuss Walmart. I said that earlier. I think it's an opportunity for those of us that want to grow our business. And it seems like they're pretty seller friendly, so to speak. And from talking to Mike and Randy, they're very happy with that platform. Again, the Walmart.com platform. So anyway, this is just an update. I figured I would share that with them and kind of talk a little bit about the Walmart platform. Again, I believe me, I have no expert on Walmart, but again, I'm hearing really great things from Mike and Randy about Walmart. So that might be another platform you want to be interested in. I know Mike does Mike Flipping Goodies, that is, I should say. Does a lot of videos on the Walmart platform and also Shopify, which he uses with that platform as well. So anyway, Walmart is to open 4 new strategically located high-tech fulfillment centers to speed up deliveries. Walmart announced plans to build 4 new high-tech fulfillment centers to be opened over the next 3 years to support its growing online commerce operation. Again, guys, I said their business is growing. To date, the company already uses 31 e-commerce fulfillment centers and its 4,700 retail stores to fill orders for online orders, and these new high-tech centers will improve the speed of fulfillment while creating a safer working environment for its workers. Walmart partnered with NAP, a tech company specializing in intelligent fulfillment solutions, to develop an automated high-density storage system for its new facilities. The company has been perfecting the system at its Frederickstown, New Jersey fulfillment facility, which enables Walmart to streamline a manual 12-step process into just 5, creating a wide range of benefits that include more comfort for workers, double the storage capacity, and double the number of orders that the facility can fulfill in a day. The 4 new next-gen fulfillment centers will especially benefit marketplace sellers. Again, what I was talking about earlier, marketplace sellers, those that are selling on Walmart.com, such as Mike and Randy. As Walmart will be able to reach about 75% of the U.S. population within 1 to 2 shipping days from those centers alone. When combined with its existing group of fulfillment centers, Walmart will now be able to reach 95% of U.S. consumers within 1 to 2 shipping days for millions of products available on Walmart.com. Walmart announced 3 of the 4 centers: Joliet, Illinois, McCordsville, Indiana, Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and a 4th location is projected to be in Texas near Dallas. So again, guys, I wanted to share that with you as well about Walmart. Again, that's a platform, and I always tell you guys, and again, just my opinion for what it's worth. I always say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Obviously, if you're selling the vast majority of your product on eBay or on Poshmark or whatever, that's your featured e-commerce site. But I just use common sense, guys, and I give an example. I have a family member that is extremely bright, almost genius IQ, doesn't use common sense. But to me, prepare yourself for whatever reason. If you get suspended, let's say, from that platform, or if like Chris Lee, you get totally kicked off a platform, make sure you have other options available to yourself. Maybe it might be Macquarie, or maybe it might be Etsy or Poshmark, or maybe you sell some things on Facebook Marketplace. And then again, that next level up is Walmart.com. My understanding, again, I'm trying to have Randy and Mike come on to talk about Walmart.com. My understanding is it's a little more, I guess, let's just say easier to use than Amazon typically. And again, they do have fulfillment centers as well. But again, that's something, I guess, it's like a next level that you want to upgrade into the Walmart.com. But I wanted to share that with the guys. I'm sure they're aware of it. But some of you guys that do watch the channel are probably on Walmart.com as well. So I wanted to bring that up. And guys, I'm just going to pop this, excuse me, StreamYard invite into the chat. Again, I have a few things I wanted to talk about. Just open up to the chat, so to speak, if you guys want to talk about it. And I'll also pop this link in the chat. So if any of you want to join me in the stream, again, I just prefer that I can see you, because I have been trolled before where I just pop somebody into the stream and they'll say I have. Again, you know, I'm big on those sayings. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So again, I learned my lesson. I do not let people into the stream without actually seeing who that person is and recognizing the person. So obviously most of you in the chat I already know. So if you want to pop in the chat and we'll just have a general reselling discussion, you just click on that StreamYard link. It's relatively easy. It's self-explanatory. Takes you basically 2 minutes to set it up. You have to give StreamYard permission to basically use your camera and your microphone. You set up what you want it to use. Then you just basically put your name and you're good to go. You join me in the green room, so to speak, and I'll pop you on the chat and we can talk about reselling. Anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about a couple things. And again, I had mentioned earlier, for those of you that did not see, I did have Casey the Rockstar Flipper on last week, and I apologize for the I guess inconvenience, so to speak. Casey shared that with the chat. I don't know if he wanted me to share it, but apparently his fur baby, Chewy, who he rescued, had gotten into some chicken wing bones, and he was very upset about that, and he had to take Chewy to the vet, and we all know that can be kind of expensive. So anyway, I am joined by my friend Mike Flippin' Goodies, so I'm going to pop Mike in the chat and we can have a little discussion. Hello, sir.
How you doing there, Adam? Sorry.
I'm going to turn up my volume just a little bit. I'm not wearing headphones. I wasn't sure if I had anybody in the chat, so I'm good. You're done your project with your son?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize you're a contractor.
I had to learn PEX this weekend.
What is that? You had to learn what?
PEX. P-E-X.
What is PEX?
Well, they used to use polypropylene piping in these houses.
Right. Okay.
And they won't insure it anymore. So when he bought the house, they had to redo the piping. But in existing, like his kitchen that was there, they just brought it in through the cabinets.
Okay.
So I had to take that all apart, put it in the wall, drag it. I had to put a spout outside. We had to move that. It was a whole big project. And I've never worked with that stuff before, but actually pretty easy once you watch a couple of YouTube videos.
There you go.
Better than copper, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll make a short story short. They're redoing in New Jersey, especially because a lot of these older properties had lead pipes.
Mm-hmm.
So they were tearing up my street for the last several months. And then I was supposed to have a new like a remote reading device, so to speak, on my water service. And I didn't want to be bothered with it. And finally I just said, my water's all screwed up after they added the new lines, water lines. And they said, well, what could happen is the water could come in the clutter or whatever, that when they dug up the street, that could come through your meter, so to speak, and be clogging up your meter, and that clogs up your water flow. So anyway, they came in, the guy replaced my meter, says, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have lead pipes.
Yeah. No, like I said, this stuff was pretty straightforward to work with. A $50 tool, and you were good to go.
There you go.
Cheaper than a plumber. I'm getting a little old to do that type of work anymore, but I can get by for a weekend, I guess.
I hear you. I guess were you aware of that Walmart was adding those additional high-tech fulfillment centers?
Yeah. We get messages from them all the time about what's going on. Certain things they're adding that should benefit us, hopefully. And because I do use Walmart fulfillment, I would say 80% of my items are Walmart fulfilled now. Since the last time I was on your show, I am now also selling on Walmart Canada.
Yes, because I wanted to come on the one time and you said you were busy with Walmart Canada and you got approved during the show, which was great. So that's tremendous.
Today I applied for Walmart Mexico.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm there. I might as well do it all, right?
Yeah. How is Canada? Well, it's been like a couple of weeks now with Canada, right?
Yeah. Well, it took probably now 2 weeks or so, I guess.
Okay.
Because unlike Amazon, Walmart's a little stickier on protocol, so I had to
Oh,
actually
really?
I had to register my business in Canada. FedEx has the power of attorney now from my customs, and it was a whole big process. And I just finally got everything done as far as like using FedEx to ship to Canada through Walmart. So that's what I'm doing.
So
But
you're fulfilling everything through in Canada through Walmart fulfillment centers.
yeah, we have other plans. I'm going to get a 3PL up there and then fulfill through them. But for now, I can use Pirate Ship or FedEx, whatever
Okay.
works out. But FedEx, the rates I got from them are way cheaper than Pirate Ship. So
Even
that's,
Pirate Ship simple export rate, I hear that's pretty good. The Canada, it's even cheaper than that.
yeah, it's cheaper than that. I mean,
Okay.
one of the rates, 99 pounds to Canada for me is $76. So if you think
Wow.
about it, it's
Oh,
not
great.
bad at all. So, um,
That's very
yeah,
reasonable.
it opens me up to be able to sell a lot of things. So that's why, I figured it was worth the wait, worth the hassle. Like I said, it was a big process, a lot of paperwork to fill out. I had to do I think it's NRI, I think it's called, non-resident importer
Okay.
form. A whole, like I said, you had to do a lot of things with their government to get approved to do this.
Right.
So, but I got through it. And if I got through it, anybody can get through it. So, not
Well,
really
I
that
mean, to give you credit, you're pretty sharp guys. You work your way
well.
through these things. So
Yeah, I'm just hoping Mexico should hopefully be a little bit more seamless than Canada was, but we'll
right.
see how that all works out here in the next week or so.
Uh-huh.
So,
Now, do they again? I know with Amazon again. I'm talking third party, so to speak. I hear that they can contact the seller through the platform. Do you have to get involved with Walmart.com? You have to get involved with buyers in Canada or Mexico, or I mean, because language could be a barrier.
yeah, the language can be a barrier, but you do have to do your own customer support with Walmart.
You do, okay, okay.
Yes, unless it's Walmart fulfilled. If you do Walmart fulfilled, they handle everything.
They handle that for you, okay.
If you merchant fulfill, then like you have to have your own separate business number, phone calls, emails, stuff like that. Now I've been on Walmart for almost a little bit over a year and a half, probably getting
It's been
close
that
to,
long. I was going to guess about a year. Okay.
yeah, somewhere around there. Um, the amount of phone calls I've gotten is 3, so it's not bad at all. It's really not that bad. So, and also going to depend on what you're selling. Um, I guess some things would be higher, but for what I'm selling, it's pretty low. So it keeps it relatively quiet. Let's put it this way: I do more customer service with eBay than anything else. So just to give you an idea.
Well, I think the 600-pound gorilla, so to speak, Amazon has created that. With eBay as well. I mean, people just expect free returns and for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, to me, return is just that. It's part of business.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to get upset about it, you're in the wrong business.
Well, that's the thing too. When you first get involved in this business, I mean, shipping is the most difficult thing to learn, in my opinion. And then it's like, I got to turn my volume down, get a little echo. And then also, when you get returns, you get upset. But again, the longer you do it, the more you say, yeah, that's part of doing business. It's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, it's like I got an email the other day on eBay about a set of golf clubs I had up, and they were wondering how I could sell the set of golf clubs for $90 and only charge $14 shipping, because they thought that the shipping should be $100. So if you look around, especially stuff like that, the bigger stuff recently, because people are so afraid of what to do with the shipping now, it's raised the prices so high.
You like that? Thanks, Tom. I needed a chuckle. I'm having one of those rough days today.
I am from Long Island. It's a whole different world than New York.
Yeah.
Even though it is New York, but I'm from Long Island.
I could pick up the New York accent. I could pick up the Boston accent.
Yeah. So now I forgot where I was at, but that's okay.
You're talking about customer service and eBay, and you got an email or a customer contacting from eBay about.
Oh yeah, they were contacting
shipping
the shipping of golf clubs. So that golf club set sold and shipped out for $11, and that's 8 clubs at like right around 8 pounds. So you just switch over. I always
Well,
use USPS prior to the change. Now just everything
right
goes
now with the longer packaging, they're surcharging you, right?
right. So now you just go with UPS because their rates are still exactly where they were prior. So I did raise my cost of shipping to $11.59 per club.
Okay.
And sets I leave at $14.95. Sometimes I take a hit of maybe a couple of bucks, but overall it all averages out, so I'm fine with it. You can't always be correct on the shipping if you're not using calculated,
Right.
but I look at it as a give and take, a win-lose situation. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it should all average out over time. And I'll be quite honest with you, I'm at 11.59 for a golf club, and most of them are right around the 8.90 mark to 9.50. So I mean, a couple of bucks every time shipping it, so it's not a big deal.
But when you're shipping out a set and you're only charging $15, what's that costing? Like $25, $30, $40?
No. Like I said, I just sent out a set the other day for $10. So it's all dependent on where it's going. So even on the high end, I would say a set of golf clubs from Florida, California, probably gonna be around $17.
Really? Was that UPS? What kind of service?
It's ground.
UPS ground? Okay.
Yeah, but I offer on eBay, all my shipping is USPS ground. So
Okay.
I can always upgrade from there to anything I want. So, or parcel select or whatever they call it now.
Right. All right.
So I can always upgrade to anything I want to use. So UPS ground is actually an upgrade, so it works out well.
So I'm a little confused. Again, I don't ship out golf clubs. I told you I have a couple putters, and I was looking at. I got to get listed. So it's like $6-7 for one club, but it's only costing like $16-17 to ship out like 8 clubs.
It's $8.90 to about $11 for one club, depending on where it's going. And I would say, depending on average, like I said, that one set, I don't remember where it went, but I'm going to say probably Virginia, someplace like that.
Right, so relatively not local, but yeah, East Coast.
Was $10 and change. Now, if it went to California, it's probably about 17. Nothing to really be afraid of. So, but if you look, I have a video coming out tonight about the shipping errors that, you can actually take advantage of this right at this point, because for me as a buyer, if I saw your listing for a golf club, let's say a $25 golf club, and it's going to cost me $25 to have you ship it to me, I'm not buying that club.
Right.
There's the logistics don't make sense. But if I have the same club for, let's say, $30 and $11 shipping, you're more apt to buy it from me than you are from the person at 25 with the shipping.
Absolutely.
So I've gone through all my listings and changed all my prices on the high side to move my price up and make my shipping look better. Compared to other people with the $100 shipping. I saw a golf bag I have sitting right next to me. I comped this out. It's a $300 golf bag, but people are tacking on another $110 for shipping.
Golf bags aren't that heavy. I mean, they're kind of bulky, but not heavy.
No, but it's a cart bag, right?
Right.
So it's a bigger bag.
Okay.
But ping wins.
There you go.
So this is a real nice bag, and I'll be quite honest with you, if it doesn't sell in a week, I'm going to keep it for myself.
I don't blame you.
You can't charge $110 a ship that.
No, that's insane. Do you see Tommy's comment? UPS is way faster than Priority as well, and eBay thinks it's slower.
I've never had trouble with UPS. FedEx is, I very rarely have issues with their shipping either. But even like USPS has gotten better since the big fiasco last year.
Well, if you talk to Randy, I don't know where my moderator Randy is today. I guess he must think it's Wednesday, but or Tuesday or Thursday or whatever.
What's going on, Harry? Did you see Harry's house that he cleaned out? Did you see?
I did not see that video. No, yet. No, I have not seen it. No.
I think there's 3 of them. I know there's 2, but there might be 3 of them in total.
Did Harry buy what contents of a house, or what did he do?
No, he has a connection that he gets in houses when they.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Goes through them and stuff, and the stuff he found last time was pretty awesome. So, very happy for him. I
like watching Harry's, yard sale videos, garage sale videos. It's like I pick up these little trinket kind of things. I picked up a bunch of these, and I can make a little bit of money on them. Put myself on full screen here for a second. I make a few dollars. I bought like 5 or 6 of them, but I find this kind of stuff, and these guys they're killing it.
Nah, that was a great pick. I mean, what he got, and he doesn't pay anything for it; just does the work,
Oh, it was free. Everything was free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he's helping clean out the house. So
okay.
But man, he was standing on like, I don't know, Harry, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like 3 or 4 feet of just stuff in the whole house.
That guy or woman was a hoarder?
Yeah, they're just digging down through it. And it was...
Harry crossed the hoarder house. There you go. Whoop.
Yeah, he said something about, like, he pointed over to a section. He's like, yeah, underneath all that stuff is the couch. So that's how high this stuff.
Okay.
But they found all kinds of good stuff. Barbie dolls and... Hot Wheels, I think they were.
The guy was a reseller, I guess, then, or
Harry?
No. I know Harry's a reseller. I mean, the house he cleaned out.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
No, I understand. I might have said that wrong. He doesn't clean out the house. He just picks through the house to grab the good stuff.
Oh, he doesn't clean out? Okay.
No, he just. You can look at it either way. He's helping.
He gets to pick it, and then they have a cleanup crew go through it.
He kind of picks and chooses what he wants. So
okay, gotcha.
But it was a very good. If you didn't see that video, you should really go watch those videos. Yeah, stay 6 feet high in the room,
almost to the roof. Jeez.
And good. And like I said, good stuff they found. A lot of good vintage T-shirts, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to have some. I might reach out to Katie and Vicky and have them come on about vintage T-shirts. That's well, Katie. That's like 95% of her business is vintage T-shirts.
Yeah, hard to find. They had some good stuff in there though. You should really check those out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's Las Vegas, but I think they uppay. They uppay is what I should say. They go to some like reselling stores. I know Plato's Closet, but apparently there's several other ones that they go to, and they will pay a little bit more for it. And then I guess because she sells so much high end stuff, I guess they have a lot of people that follow the stores. So I guess they can buy stuff on and kind of flip it online as well, buy stuff from other sellers, and then increase the price and sell it at higher prices.
Yeah, it's just I'm on vacation this week, so I was hoping to get a lot done, but I just got home from my son's house yesterday, and to be quite honest with you, that caught up to me today.
Yeah, well, you're not 20 years old anymore.
Taking down the kitchen, throwing it out, going to the dump, getting rid of it, driving back. It was just insanity over the weekend. And when I was younger, it was no big deal. Now, it's a lot of work. I feel bad for my father because I used to put him through hell when I had my house in Long Island.
Just remember, Father Time is undefeated.
But yeah,
how are your sales been? I know you pump out a lot of stuff, but has the summer affected you at all? Your sales
on eBay, yes, but eBay,
yes.
I've lost concentration on eBay, so I don't list much. So of course my sales are going to be hurting there, but I make up for it with the other platforms. So.
That reminds me, and again, I don't want specifics, but I talked to Casey, and again, I just feel it's almost necessary if you want to do any kind of volume, you really need wholesale connections. What would your suggestion to be if somebody was looking? And I don't want your secrets or whatever, but what would your suggestion would be to like the resellers in the chat that want to get involved in wholesale? How would you say would you go about researching it? How would you say in your area, so to speak, or?
Okay. So one of the first wholesalers that I got in touch with and we worked through and got into,
right?
I'm a wholesaler. We got in with the manufacturer.
Directly, and you bypass the wholesaler?
Yeah. So Hasbro was one of the first ones where we got in right to the manufacturer, buy direct from them.
Okay.
So I don't think that anything is out of the question as far as getting in touch with. But to be quite honest with you, looking back, Hasbro was probably the easiest one to get in touch with,
Mm-hmm.
get approved to sell on, and start buying from them. You know, it was something where I was talking about it with another person. I'm like, you know what, we should just call these companies directly, you know, just go around the wholesalers, buy direct from them. And they're like, we can't do that. We can't do this. And I'm like, who knows? You know?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? You don't know unless you ask.
So honestly, Hasbro was one of the first like direct to manufacturer I bought from. Um, Learning that lesson taught me to look beyond just wholesalers. Now, don't get me wrong, wholesalers can be good depending on how deep down the line they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's going to be less room as it gets down, down, down.
True.
You know, if you're at the bottom of the chain, you're almost paying retail price, so you're not winning there. For what I'm doing now, I find that Amazon's a great resourcing tool for me. I have Amazon boxes come at the house almost every single day, and all I do is put some tape over top and I'm shipping right back out to Walmart. So, because the leverage on Walmart's a lot higher. It's almost like back in the day of Amazon, which I wasn't around for. I've heard rumors about it,
Right.
where you can, really make a killing on there.
You mean leverage like the markup is what you mean, like the
the markup's much higher. Like I can
right.
buy something on Amazon for 10 and sell it for 40 on Walmart.
Wow.
So I mean, it's stuff like that where
you're not technically allowed to do it on Amazon, but like you said, you can buy on eBay and sell on Amazon, or buy on Amazon and sell on Walmart.
Right, but I'm Walmart fulfilling. I'm not drop shipping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ordering the material here and shipping it to Walmart.
I would eventually have Steve Rakin. I reached out to Steve a couple of times. I'm going to reach out to him again, and he's I don't believe in drop shipping, and I've heard too many horror stories about that.
Yeah, no, I don't mess around with that stuff. But for what I'm doing, it works out perfectly because it's the same cost there that I can get around here. So I might as well just order it and have it delivered to me. I don't pay anything for delivery. Plus, it's already in a box. I don't have to pay for a box. I just got to tape it up a little bit and send it back out, put a couple of labels on it, move it back out the door. So the average for me right now, I fulfill in, how you doing, Danny? My fulfillment center is in Georgia right now.
Okay.
So my average package weighs anywhere from my average package would be about 37 pounds. Okay. So that would run me about $7. I think it's $7.18 per package to send on into Walmart in Georgia. Now, when I originally started, I was right here in Davenport, which is only a few towns away from me, and that was like super cheap, like $5 to ship to them. But they've kind of locked me down to Georgia right now.
Okay, but they don't do what Amazon does, like send here and there and there.
No, but
different places.
They will move you around. I've been moved 3 times so far. I had Florida originally, then I went to Georgia, then I went to Arizona. Or was it Phoenix, Arizona? No, not Arizona. Indiana. That's where the facility burnt down and burnt all my inventory when I finally started going heavy.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I don't remember specifically you, but I remember they had that big fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So once that burnt down, they shipped whatever was salvageable to their other Indiana factory, then moved me back to Georgia. So I've been in Georgia since then. I guess that's 3 months now, 2 or 3 months.
How did that work out? Did they just reimburse you the wholesale cost, or how does that work?
No, they reimbursed me a fair amount. It wasn't equal to the value I would have sold it at, but it was close. It was close enough.
Almost to the retail price?
Yeah, I wasn't going to call and complain at that point. It was too much logistics for me. I had probably lost, and when I say lost, I don't mean, money-wise.
Right.
It would have made about $2,500 more selling through than what they gave me. But you also got to remember, I didn't have to ship. I didn't have to do all, you know what I'm saying? It was all done. So for me, it wasn't worth going into, backtracking, going through all my inventory that was sitting there, showing them what it would have sold for. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of work. So
right.
I was more than happy just to cut and run on that one. Plus, you never know how far that's going to get you sometimes.
That's one of the things that I sometimes, you say you can be your own worst enemy. That's something I should do. I did purchase an Amazon course, and the one thing nice about this Amazon course is that they they're constantly upgrading the site. You can always go in and research things. So I should probably go into that. Even though I probably won't sell on Amazon, I can maybe learn about how to define wholesalers. I know back in the day they said they had a couple wholesalers that you could buy from, and you could get ungated on certain products if you bought from those wholesalers to help you get ungated. Does Walmart have that ungating process? I mean, how does that work with Walmart?
No, there's only you can't sell their products.
Okay? Right.
So members mark, stuff like that, because Sam's Club is part of Walmart. So you can't sell any of that stuff.
Today.
There's a couple of things that you can't sell. But for me, what's great is I've been buying and selling a lot of VHS and DVDs and CDs.
Oh, really?
Walmart, yeah, because I got $29 today for a Batman seal. They gotta be sealed and new, obviously.
No box, but you're okay.
So for $29 that I pick up at $1 at an estate sale is well worth it for me, So I listed there, and I've been selling CDs like crazy there.
Really, CDs too? Okay.
And getting good returns on them. Okay. I sold Barbara Streisand the other day for $22.99. I think she sold for. I mean,
wow. What's it on Amazon? Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't really look at Amazon.
Okay. Well, you don't look at Amazon.
I look at. Here's how I look at it. If there's other people on the listing on Walmart, I probably shouldn't say this, but we have ways around other listings.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me your secret sauce.
Okay. But it's and Randy helped me with this. We've talked a lot about how we're going to expand into these other countries now. But that overall, most of the time for the older CDs, nobody's on the listing, so I'm the only listing there.
Okay.
So I could pretty much price it. Now Walmart will not let you go on and say this CD. I have trouble with my Funko Pops, okay, because they're rare. Okay. So the rare ones, I have a couple here, a couple $100. But Walmart looks at regular pricing, what it sold for originally.
So they'll kind of flag it and say that's kind of exorbitant pricing.
Yeah, they won't let you bang that up to where it's actually selling for now. So you have to either take your loss or decide to sell it elsewhere, which can be tricky. But on the other side, it's something where, for the most part, you're getting much more on that platform than I can get on Amazon.
Okay.
So that works out well.
Well, that's interesting. Back in the day, they used to say, what you'd sell price on eBay, and you can sell for significantly more on Amazon. So I guess your experience has been you can sell significantly more on Walmart too. Well,
right now, because Walmart's the newest platform, right?
Right.
So they're still in the learning stage. It's not, you got to be careful because some things you can only push so far.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be. See, they're super strict on a lot of things, but very easygoing on a lot of other things. So, they're one of the only platforms that actually monitor your delivery date. Okay. So if you have, let's say, I have my store set to 3 to 6 day shipping.
Monitoring the delivery date when they fulfill it or when you fulfill it, or both?
When I fulfill it. No, both. They actually monitor themselves.
Gotcha.
But you want to hear the funny thing about it? I had to call them you're dinging my account for Walmart fulfilled items.
Oh, they dinged your account for Walmart fulfilled because they didn't deliver on time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I have 3 to 6 day shipping, I think it is, or 4 to 6 day shipping. So I have 1 day handling. So it gives me 7 days to get an item from my door to whoever's door it has to go to.
Right.
But if it gets there on day 8, you get dinged for that. Okay, so you have to be careful of your shipping policies and make sure that you're in line. Now opening up to Canada, I have 14-day shipping, which I'm going to be able to lower down to 6-day shipping because that's guaranteed by FedEx. From what I understand, because I'm using their shipping service, they won't ding me on a late shipment.
Okay.
But that's to be seen.
So you're gonna try to use some third parties. Well, I know that was an issue back then.
Yeah, the 3PLs I'm looking at, like ShipBob and stuff like that.
Yeah, I again, guys, I tell you, I have ADD and I get old. I forget names, but I had somebody, a Canadian seller, on 2-3 years ago, and he talked about third party and he's shipping into the States. When he
Right.
was shipping from Canada into the States, he would have a carrier that would pick it up, in Canada, and then bring it into the States and then ship it from the States.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at, is to get like Ship Bob or one of those companies up
Okay.
there, and then ship directly to them, and then let them handle it from there. But for stuff I think I can handle that I also want to cross list will be shipped through FedEx and Walmart fulfillment. So that's how I'm moving forward.
So it seems like you're shipping a lot of product like Randy through UPS in the States, I guess, for your eBay business or whatever, Facebook marketplace, but you're shipping through FedEx when you're shipping into
UPS. FedEx for Canada, FedEx
Right.
still in the United States also, depends on where it goes.
Okay.
UPS is probably, FedEx used to be my second best carrier. Now UPS moved into that slot because I sell a lot of golf clubs.
Right.
So that's how I'm forming now, is to more
Okay.
UPS here, and then it's always going to be FedEx to Canada because it's just cheaper.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, for Walmart Canada shipping, yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this.
We'll try.
That's their. Can you see that?
Not really. It's not really focused, but that's okay.
We'll focus on that. Well, anyway.
Okay.
Those are my rates.
Okay.
So, like, for example, 1 pound into Canada's 11.14, which is comparable to pirate ship, right? Simple export rate. But where it starts to change is 2 pounds is 12.05, 3 is 13.04, and as you go up every pound, it goes up like 95 cents.
Okay, so if you're shipping like 15, 20 pounds, it's not terrible.
20 pounds to Canada would cost me $28.27.
That's not bad to Canada, absolutely.
Okay, 50 pounds is 56.06, and then 99, like I said, is $76. So
okay,
it opens us up to be able to kind of sell almost anything that we want in Canada.
Right.
But you also got to know the regulations of what you can ship in, what you can't ship in, stuff like that, which I'm still.
Yeah, I guess like any other, any other platform, I guess in Canada has, I guess, different import regulations, right? Certain things you can't ship in.
Right, and like I said earlier, I had to apply for my business license there. So
Right.
it's.
So you have to be licensed in Canada as well, or just?
Yeah, I have. Let me see if I can show you this without.
No, you don't have to give me all your secret information.
Here. Yeah. How am I going to cover that up? Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Just so people don't think I'm full of shit. Yeah, can you see that?
Yes, something about Canada on there. Yep, Canada something agency.
Yeah. Okay, revenue agency.
Revenue agency. Okay.
Okay. So that's what I'm dealing with, and I have a what's called a. They call it, just here it just says business number, but it's a BLI or something they call it up there. And then, like I said, I got that non-NRI.
Okay.
Non-resident importer license.
Okay, so you're licensed through the Canadian government to resell, basically.
Yeah, they know that I'm doing business in Canada.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I got to talk to my son about all this, let him do some research for me and see exactly what liabilities I might have going on.
Database says you're a Canadian spy. Mike has to be on all the platforms, so he's in Walmart US, he's in Walmart Canada, and he's going to be in Walmart Mexico as well.
Walmart Mexico is the next step. That's what we're shooting for, and then from there, I'm not going to add anything else unless Walmart Australia opens up or something stupid like that. But as far as platforms, I'm way over my head. For a solo part-time reseller, right. It's gotten to be way too much. So I have to make decisions here in the next couple of months of what I'm going to cut out. Yeah. Don't be surprised that one cut is eBay.
Okay.
that might be one of the ones that gets cut. We'll see.
Are you still doing a lot on Facebook Marketplace, or you're using that more to source?
I sell a lot on Facebook Shop, which
You
is
told me about that because you use Shopify to do that.
yeah, Facebook Shop and Instagram Shop. I sell a lot on.
Instagram Shop too. Okay.
Yeah, they stopped. What I was told was with your shop originally when I did everything, my shop also appeared on Marketplace. But
Okay.
Facebook got overwhelmed by that and knocked that off for a little bit. It was supposed to pick up again this month. Now they're saying next month because they extended no selling fees for another 6 months. So you got it through the end of the year now. And I was talking in another chat. I said, in reality, if you are truly experiencing slow sales, those are the two avenues I would shoot for first: is Instagram and Facebook shops.
Okay.
And then worry about the other stuff. Because and I'm speaking just from my own experience. I think out of all the years I've been reselling, which is only 3, but I think I have like 4 sales on Poshmark total. Okay. And I haven't had a store in there or a closet or whatever you call it over there for a long time.
Right.
But it just didn't seem like, the social networking side of it, Macari.
Yeah, right. Sharing your store and everything. But now you allegedly can use bots, so that's a help too.
When I was talking with Tommy about 3 months ago, I think it was 4 months ago, we were talking about it, and I said to him, I'm going to start opening up Macari again. And bang, I was getting a ton of sales. So I was making fun of him. He goes, yeah, watch. Well, he was right. A few weeks later, just dry as the freaking desert.
So it's an anomaly. It just happened that all of a sudden Macari was hot and then poof, it was gone.
Stuff away on there. So, and look, I just don't have the time for the social networking side. Some people do fantastic, which is great, but for me, that platform doesn't work.
Justin had a question. He wants to know why you're looking to drop eBay.
Because we have plans that should make us enough money where I wouldn't have to worry about doing any type of shipping, no storage units, no estate sales, no garage sales, none of that.
No estate sales too? Wow. Okay, that's a big portion of your business.
Yeah, no, I would drop all that.
Wow. Okay, good for you.
Because I'd rather just make phone calls and pay people and say, okay, and just take my income when it comes in. It's a lot easier.
So you basically, I don't want the secret, but you're basically sub out different parts of your business?
No, it's going to be us sourcing the stuff from distributors.
Okay, gotcha.
Shipped to fulfillment centers and fulfillment.
Directly, they'll ship it directly?
Yeah, I think that's, in long term, for me, okay, and I don't want other people to think that this is like set in stone for me, but for me, this being part-time, it's super hard to do. A lot of work goes into it.
I think it's a great idea what you're doing. I mean, I never understood how. I mean, you it seemed like you're working like 60 hours part-time plus your full-time job.
Right, and it makes it difficult. And like,
sure. And then you got a wife, you got a son, you got,
I was on vacation this week. I'm planning on killing it. I've done like 5
and then you're doing plumbing on your vacation.
Yeah, so it's something where, for me, like I said, this is a personal thing for me.
Makes sense.
If I can just go online and order and say, okay, ship it here, and then list it, and then sell it, and then make money that way.
And if it's replenishables, you already have the listing. You just have to fill the
right. Just keep on ordering and filling, which is what I'm doing now with Walmart Fulfillment. I keep on circling my inventory. Right. So as I get dry, I send more in. So, and it takes a while. For me, it took me 2.5 years to have the light bulb go on and say, wait a second, there's good money to be made in this sector.
Again, I don't claim to be an expert, but I think it's a great idea.
And I'm sitting in this sector and ready to go. So, no, the license didn't cost anything in Canada.
Oh, really? The license didn't cost you anything? Okay.
Okay, so here's how it works.
But there's no fee?
Here's how it all worked, okay? You have, give me 1 second. See if I can figure out a way to hide all this. No, I can't show that. All right. It has my account numbers and everything. I was going to show you the Walmart Canada thing. But anyway, in there you have 3 options, if I remember correctly. Okay, for what they call SWW, ship with Walmart.
Okay.
Okay. So one option is FedEx. The other one was DHL. And there was one other, but I can't remember what the heck that was. Well, anyway,
Okay.
I chose FedEx because I was familiar with FedEx.
Right.
I was like, this is probably my best way to go. It's more established, whatever. So what I had to do is I had to fill out a whole bunch of paperwork and sign over power of attorney to FedEx.
So FedEx handle your customs, right?
Right. So now they handle all my customs. They actually filed for my business license and my non-resident importer license.
Gotcha.
Okay. Which in turn cost me nothing. It did take a couple of weeks to get this all settled.
Right.
But in the end, now I'm all set up. I can start tomorrow shipping.
Justin's saying once you miss the throw of the hunt, so to speak, and he
I
said,
don't know about Fisher receivers, San receivers, maybe. Here's my problem. I probably will still go to Martha's estate sales because I can find some good stuff there. But overall, I will not.
You the one that you can kind of pre-pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That I probably won't blow that connection just in case this doesn't work out as planned. But I don't foresee, like I said, I don't foresee my store.
That makes sense. I mean, like I said, it seemed like you're working, 100 some hours a week between the full time plus the quote unquote part time job.
My store on eBay, if I don't close it, will probably only have maybe 500 items in it. I mean, right now I'm only at 1,100, so it's not like I'm not a person that believes in 10,000 items makes a store. I don't have that goal. My goal is to get to 0, actually.
But you're cross posting with Shopify, right?
I list to eBay from Shopify, yes.
Right.
Yeah. But like I said, my goal isn't to run up my store to thousands and thousands of items. I know a couple of people that have 50 items in their store and do a couple 100,000 a year. So I don't think, my store has never been over 1,200 items ever. Never got that high.
Right.
Just can't seem to get it there.
Right.
I tried, but I can't get there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Downscaling, and I'll see how it works out because we were talking today, and I have like a whole bunch of stuff in my storage locker I need to go through and dispose of because I have bad golf clubs in there that will never sell, and they hurt your store. Having junk in your store kind of hurts your whole store. So
Randy's a big believer of that. Your parents, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just one of my goals is to downscale all that and bring it down to where, first of all, it's more reasonable for me to handle. And then secondly, just I'm only going to source like high-end golf clubs and stuff. I'm not going to buy, just a whole garage sale out.
Right, you're going to buy the Pings and the Callaways and the Titleist and the
and that stuff there.
Nike and that kind of stuff, right?
And stay away from 100 items and only 2 shelves.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's true though. If you really think about it, it's like anything else. If you list the right items, they'll sell right away.
True.
And if you list just garbage, like I have a bag behind me of golf clubs that.
Yeah, I'm listing commodities that are just the used clothing and that kind of stuff. I see the stuff I'm listing. And it's just,
right there. There's a bag of golf clubs right there that I'm sorting through. Those are the garbage ones.
Right.
And the other ones I'll list and get, but my problem now, and it's not, I don't know if it's a problem or maybe it is. I just bought out a garage sale a couple weeks ago for $1,000 for all those golf clubs in his garage.
$1,000. Wow. Okay.
And it was a majority of, hold on, I can find one. I think I have one laying around. No, I do not. The majority of it was hickory sticks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
the hickory sticks go back, what, to the 50s and 60s?
No, 10s and 20s and 30s.
30s. Wow, they stopped in the 30s. Okay.
Yeah. the when I got them, I put the high end stuff, which I thought was high end in my mind, like Crow Flight, like Spalding Crow Flight is like a huge high end hickory stick.
Okay.
They're all still in my locker unlisted. My mentality behind that was you probably say to yourself, let me list my high end stuff and get rid of it so I get my money back quick.
Sure.
My idea behind this was, and now that I thought about it after looking and going back and making that decision, is I kept that there as bait for me to get through the other stuff first. Because if you do your high end stuff first, that other stuff becomes just that other stuff, you know, and you probably never get around to listing it, or it might take you a little while to list it. So I put the good stuff at the end so that I have an incentive to kind of grind through the other stuff, which, don't get me wrong, was still good stuff, but just not as good as the good stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, so there's a lot of good stuff, just better stuff than the good stuff.
Right.
That's how we wound up doing that. So I still have that sitting at the locker. I probably have 200 hickory sticks sitting there.
Okay, guys, were there any questions for Mike about Walmart? Like I said, I'm going to try to have Randy and Mike come on and do a little more comprehensive Walmart show. So hopefully, I don't know what your schedule's like next week, but maybe you and Randy can get together and come on. And I think it's an opportunity. And again, you know, I know very little about Walmart, and obviously you guys are the experts. So
I'll put a no comment the last figure.
What's one of the comments in the chat?
Yeah, just in time flipping.
Okay.
How much can one person do in a year reselling before they implode? 250K. I don't know. I probably would have imploded then. Let's put it that way.
Probably imploded by then. Okay. All right, guys. So I appreciate Mike hopping on. And again, you guys, you know, I always tell you guys I'm not monetized. So again, just if you can, getting some value out of this, again, I have Buy Me a Coffee. I always mention Randy's, who I've been mentioning several times, facing.com, Randy's website, where he sells old-fashioned candies, coffee, teas, and snacks. And Randy is kind enough to pay me a little commission if you guys register, and you put an AE next to your name when you register. So if you can help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. And again, I want to thank Mike for his time, and thank all of you in the chat. Time is your most valuable asset. So guys, just a reminder, I'm always looking for other resellers. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I did want to say something.
Good.
You know, eBay took away that when you get an offer, you used to get a cha-ching. Now you get that.
You used to get a ching, not a cha-ching, just a ching.
Yeah, now you get that stupid, like you got like a bad eBay message coming at you.
Okay.
You know? The whole thing, because
all right.
Kind of came in, I'm like, shit, what's going on over here? Well, that was an offer, so.
Okay.
Just
so anyway, guys, before Mike got upset about the offers, I just was saying, guys, I'm always looking for other resellers to join me. So I know John Bama Pickin Grinnin was in the chat earlier, and hopefully he'll be on the next couple of weeks. So always looking for other resellers to join me on the show. That's why I'm here. I try to get back to you guys and try to bring other resellers on and have them share their tips, and hopefully they can apply them to your business and make you more successful. So I'm live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys all being here. And again, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you're kind enough, you can leave a comment in the when the video uploads. That helps drive traffic to the show. All right, guys.
If anybody needs any help and they want to sign up for Walmart and get through that process, you're more than welcome to hit me up. It's just flippinggoodies@gmail.com. I will be more than happy to walk you through it. It's fairly easy, and I think you'll be very happy being on that platform.
Okay, guys. So if you want to contact Mike, again, it's just his channel name, flippinggoodies@gmail.com. All right, sir. Appreciate you all being here. See you again next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Mike out.